Come on in. They're coming. I'll go wait in the car.
A group of male friends becomes obsessed with five mysterious, beautiful sisters who are sheltered by their strict religious parents. Soon they, along with the girls, set to break the rules and get more intimate with them, breaking various religious laws along the way. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel. The story takes place in affluent town in Michigan in 1974 as four neighborhood boys reflect on their neighbor, the five Lisbon sisters, strictly unattainable due to their overprotective parents, Ronald and Sarah. The girls 17-year-old Therese, 16-year-old Mary, 15-year-old Bonnie, 14-year-old Luck, and 13-year-old Cecilia are the enigma that fill the boys' conversations and dreams. The movie begins with a suicide attempt of the youngest sister, Cecilia, as she slits her wrist in the bath. The family therapist, Dr. Hornicker, suggests to Ronald and Sarah and Cecilia may have a problem with feeling neglected and says that they should pay more attention to her. A few days later, Ronald and Sarah throw a party at their house which is intended to make Cecilia feel better. Cecilia excuses herself and jumps out her second floor bedroom window, dying when she impales herself on an iron fence. In the wake of her act, the Lisbon parents begin to watch over their daughters even more closely, further isolating the family from the community and heightening the air of mystery about the Lisbon family and what they are really about. At the beginning of the new school year in the fall, Lux forms a secret relationship with Trip, a high school classmate of hers. Trip comes over one night to the Lisbon residence to watch television and persuade Mr. Lisbon to allow him to take Lux to the homecoming dance by promising to provide dates for the other sisters to go as a group. Mr. Lisbon agrees as well as volunteers to be one of the chaperones. After being crowned homecoming queen and king, Lux and Trip have sex on the football field. Lux falls asleep and Trip abandons her immediately. Lux wakes up alone and has to take a taxi home. Having her broken heart, Lux and her sisters are punished by a furious Mrs. Lisbon by making them get out of school and locked in their house. Unable to leave the house, the sisters contact the boys across the street by using light signals and sharing songs over the phone as a means of sharing their feelings. During this time, Lux begins to have anonymous sexual encounters on the roof of the house late at night. The boys watch from across the street. Finally, after months of confinement, the sisters leave a note for the boys, presumably asking for help to escape. When the boys arrive that night, they find Lux alone in the living room, smoking a cigarette. She invites them to wait for her sisters while she goes to wait in the car. The boys briefly imagine the group of them driving blissfully away on a sun-soaked country road. The boys wander into the basement and discover Bonnie's body hanging from the ceiling. Terrified, they rush upstairs only to stumble across the bodies of the remaining sisters. They had all killed themselves in an apparent suicide pact moments before. Therese took an overdose of sleeping pills. Mary stuck her head in the gas oven, and Lux left the car engine running in the sealed garage. Devastated by the suicides of all their children, Mr. and Mrs. Lisbon quietly flee the neighborhood in the middle of the night, never to return. Mr. Lisbon calls a friend to sell off the family belongings, especially those belongings of the girl, in a yard sale. Whatever didn't sell was put in the trash, including the family photos, which the neighborhood boys kept as the memories of the mysterious girl whom with they had fallen in love. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.